Chasing women, that's where most men go wrong. The real secret, make her chase you. There's a forbidden trick, one so powerful it flips the script instantly. Most guys never figure it out, but those who do, they become magnetic. One shift in mindset, one simple move, and suddenly, she's the one investing in you. So what's the trick? And why does it work every time? Let's break it down right now. But before we start, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to our channel for more insightful videos. It was a rainy Tuesday evening and I was sitting in a dimly lit cafe, nursing a cup of coffee that had long gone cold. Across the room, she walked in, Emma. She had this effortless grace, the kind that made everyone turn their heads. But I didn't. I kept my eyes on my book, pretending not to notice. You see, I wasn't the kind of guy who turned heads. I was the guy who blended into the background, the one who always seemed to say the wrong thing at the wrong time. I'd spent years trying to figure out what I was doing wrong. I'd read every article, watch every video, and even tried memorizing pickup lines, but nothing worked. That night, though, something changed. I didn't know it yet, but I was about to discover a trick so powerful, so forbidden, that it would completely transform the way I approached relationships. The encounter. Emma sat down at a table near the window, her eyes scanning the room. I could feel her gaze linger on me for a moment, but I didn't look up. Instead, I focused on my book, sipping my coffee like I didn't have a care in the world. A few minutes later, she walked over to my table. "Mind if I join you?" she asked, her voice so soft but confident. I looked up, feigning surprise. "Sure," I said, gesturing to the seat across from me. We started talking about the rain, about the book I was reading, about life. But here's the thing. I didn't try to impress her. I didn't shower her with compliments or try to make her laugh. I just was. I listened. I asked questions, and I didn't act like her attention was the most important thing in the world. By the end of the night, she was the one asking for my number. As she walked away, her number scribbled on a napkin. I couldn't help but smile. It wasn't the usual kind of interaction. No forced charm, no rehearsed lines. It was real, unpretentious, and natural. For the first time, I realized that sometimes the best way to connect is to simply be yourself. The simplicity of our conversation left an unexpected warmth in my chest, a feeling I hadn't felt in a long time. It wasn't just about exchanging numbers. It was about two people finding a genuine connection in a crowded room. And that, I thought to myself, was worth more than any perfect line or grand gesture. The forbidden trick. What happened that night wasn't luck. It wasn't magic. It was the result of a trick I'd stumbled upon. A trick so powerful, so counterintuitive, that it felt almost forbidden. Here's the secret. Stoicism. Yes, Stoicism, the ancient philosophy of self-control, emotional resilience, and indifference to things outside your control. But this wasn't about being cold or emotionless. It was about projecting a quiet confidence that made people want to be around you. Stoicism gave me the ability to stay grounded, to let go of the need for validation, and to focus on the moment. It wasn't about trying too hard or overthinking every word. It was about being present and authentic. That night, Stoicism wasn't just a mindset, it was my superpower. It created an aura of calm confidence that drew Emma in without me having to do anything extraordinary. And as I reflected on it later, I realized this approach could change not just conversations, but entire relationships. The power of Stoicism lies in its simplicity, and once you master it, the possibilities are endless. The psychology behind it. Most men believe that to attract a woman, they need to do something extraordinary. Buy her gifts, say the perfect words, or use psychological tricks. But here's the truth. Attraction isn't about what you do. It's about what you project. And this is when the forbidden trick comes in, indifference. When applied correctly, indifference can be far more attractive than any grand gesture. Think about it. Everything that's hard to obtain becomes more valuable, whether it's a luxury car, an exclusive event, or a person who doesn't seek attention. On the flip side, when someone shows too much interest, their value decreases. It's like those pushy salesmen who follow you around the store until you run out without buying anything. This is where Stoicism shines. A Stoic man doesn't act coldly, he projects stability. He doesn't panic or seek constant approval. In a world full of people hungry for validation, he stands out effortlessly. The two men on a date. Let me break it down with a story. Imagine two men on a date with the same woman. The first man, he does everything to impress her. He picks the best restaurant, showers her with compliments, and replies to her texts within seconds. His body language screams, "Please like me." The second man, he enjoys the date calmly. He speaks with confidence, jokes naturally, and isn't worried about impressing her. His attitude says, "I like you, but my happiness doesn't depend on you." Guess which one generates more attraction? Exactly, the second man. It's not because he's more handsome or wealthier. It's because he projects value without seeking validation. The second man's secret lies in his self-assurance. He doesn't chase approval, he shares his presence without expectations. His confidence creates an air of mystery and authenticity that's magnetic. While the first man exhausts himself trying to win her over, the second simply allows the connection to unfold naturally. The result? A date that feels effortless and genuine, rather than forced or performative. This isn't just about dating. It's a principle that applies to all relationships. True connection comes from being at ease with yourself first. How I applied the trick. Back at the cafe, I didn't try to impress Emma. I didn't act like her attention was the most important thing in the world. Instead, I focused on being present, on enjoying the moment. When she asked about my book, I didn't launch into a monologue about how intellectual I was. I simply said, it's about Stoicism, the idea that you can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you react. She leaned in, intrigued. That sounds fascinating. Tell me more. And just like that, the conversation flowed naturally. I wasn't trying to win her over. I was just being myself. And that made all the difference. The mistakes to avoid. Now, before you go out and start pretending to be indifferent, there are a few mistakes you need to avoid. Pretending to be uninterested. This isn't about ignoring someone as a strategy. It's about genuinely having more important things to focus on. Confusing confidence with arrogance. Confidence is quiet, arrogance is loud. Don't act like you're better than anyone. Just know your worth. Overthinking your actions. If you're constantly analyzing every word or move, you're not truly present. Let go of perfection and trust the flow of the interaction. Forgetting to listen. Confidence doesn't mean dominating the conversation. Make sure to genuinely listen and show interest. It's one of the most attractive qualities you can offer. The turning point. As the night went on, I noticed something incredible. Emma wasn't just interested in me, she was chasing me. She asked questions, laughed at my jokes, and even suggested we meet again. And it wasn't because I'd done anything extraordinary. It was because I projected a quiet confidence that made her want to be around me. The ripple effect. That night changed everything. Not just for me, but for the way I approach relationships. I started applying the forbidden trick in all my interactions, with friends, colleagues, even strangers. And the results were astounding. People opened up to me in ways they never had before. Conversations became richer, more meaningful. I felt seen, heard, and valued in a way I never had before. And it all started with 3 simple words. You and I. The lesson. If there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Attraction isn't about grand gestures or flashy lines. It's about creating a genuine connection. It's about seeing the other person, really seeing them, and inviting them to see you in return. And sometimes all it takes is a little strategic indifference to make that happen. The end, or is it? As I walked away from the cafe that night, I couldn't help but smile. I didn't know what the future held, but I knew one thing for sure. I had found my voice, and with it, I had found the power to connect in a way I never thought possible. So what about you? Will you dare to use the forbidden trick? Will you take the leap and see where it leads? The choice is yours. But remember, the most meaningful connections often begin with the simplest shifts in mindset. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who's ready to transform their approach to attraction. Join us next time as we uncover more secrets to mastering the art of connection. Until then, remember, the most powerful seduction tool isn't something you do, it's something you become.